I'm on the track of the Chili Bowl where staff tell me nearly 400 racers are going to be competing for the competition. And people tell me the roars of these cars is what keeps them coming back.
Probably the best event for Tulsa of the year.
I'm 2 News Oklahoma's Clifton Haskin. I met Herman Gold checking out the warm-ups for Tulsa's Chili Bowl Nationals. People come from far and wide to see these cars race for 5 days at the Expo Center for a spot in the championship on Saturday. Gold is a Tulsan and has been coming to the race for 10 years straight.
Car racing indoors and that, you can't beat the excitement and the people that come.
People will get to watch these cars and feel the excitement at 9 a.m. from January 13th through the 18th. Staff tell me the projected economic impact on Tulsa is more than $40 million.
I look forward to it every year.
Gold is all for an event that puts Tulsa on the map.
It's great for the city. They have their college with football games, but don't even compare to the people that come out here for this week.
Brian Holbert with the Chili Bowl says they have drivers from more than 40 states in 7 countries in this year's competition. Holbert appreciates everyone eating up the Chili Bowl over the years.
It is incredible how much this event has grown in the last 39 years. It has just absolutely exploded.
You just can't beat it. Anybody can make it out here. I would suggest for them to come out because once they do, they'll be back.
To get your tickets for the Chili Bowl, click on my story at kjrh.com. In Tulsa, Clifton Haskin, 2 News Oklahoma.
And here's a look at Monday's timeline. If you're planning on heading out to the Chili Bowl, the building will open at 9 a.m. and then the Pit Pass booth opens at 11, with the building being secured by 1 o'clock. Now, the draw for the lineup starts at 2 o'clock, and we're told a driver's meeting will then be held at 3. The hot laps begin at 4, and then races are scheduled to begin by 5. And for planning purposes, a multi-day Pit Pass will cost you $375, and a single-day pass is $60.
Good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Brandon Woolley here in the 2 News Weather Center, and we actually have a weak, dry cold front pressing on through northeast Oklahoma and southeast Kansas at this time, kicking up some cloud cover and also some breezy northwesterly winds that we'll really notice over the next couple of hours. Live right now in our Wade's RV Weather Camera Network, a beautiful sunset just a few minutes away. With those mesonet temperatures right now mainly into the 40s, we actually peaked things out today in some locations, including Tulsa, into the lower 50s. 41 right now in Copan, 44 in Okmulgee, and 45 for our viewers in Okemah. And northwesterly winds really picking up in this area here as that dry cold front comes in, upwards of 19 now in Tulsa and 24 in Pawnee. Again, noticing those winds over the next couple of hours. With clear skies in our forecast tonight, we're down to 33 at 9 and below freezing later tonight at 10. So here's what we're tracking for you. Much warmer conditions later this week, super close to 60 degrees. Then an Arctic cold front comes in next weekend with slight snow chances indicated on that 10-day in a few minutes.
The firestorm in Southern California is stretching into its 6th day. At least 16 people have died, and officials fear that number will rise. More than 105,000 people remain under evacuation orders as of this morning. Officials are now concerned the strong winds will threaten the progress the firefighters have already made. Lee Waldman is in Los Angeles County with details on the devastation and the growing concerns about those winds.
Multiple fires still raging across much of Southern California. Of the 6 fires that broke out, 4 are still active. Combined, they've destroyed nearly 40,000 acres. Entire communities reduced to rubble.
It was just devastating.
The Antonori family lost their home in the Pacific Palisades fire. Everything is gone, they said, including the ashes of their late daughter, who passed away when she was just 1 year old.
Every piece of physical evidence of her life is just gone, and that hurts.
Red flag warnings in effect through Wednesday as wind gusts pick up. The fire danger level is critical for much of the region.
These winds, combined with low relative humidities and low fuel moistures, will keep the fire threat in Los Angeles County very high.
More than 3,000 firefighters are fighting the blazes in Los Angeles County, according to officials. Saturday, 72 fighters from Mexico arriving to help fight the flames.
We're looking to get as much resources as we possibly can.
At least 10,000 structures have been damaged or destroyed. Many families now returning to find their homes gone, hoping to salvage whatever they can.
Can't really stand by. The only thing to do is move forward and help others keep what they have.
In Los Angeles County, I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
LA's mayor is thanking everyone who has volunteered to fight the devastating fires.
Let me thank every Los Angeles firefighter and the thousands of firefighters from across the state, the nation, and even the world. People are coming from everywhere to help us and make sure that we are ready for the days ahead. So to them, I want to say thank you.
2 News Oklahoma, Scripps News, and the Scripps Howard Fund are teaming up to provide relief for victims of the Southern California wildfires. It's easy to make a difference. Just text Scripps to 50155 or scan the QR code there on your screen. Every dollar you give goes directly to those impacted by these devastating fires. Tulsa police and Tulsa Fire were called to a 3-car collision around 3 this afternoon at the entrance to Brook Plaza near Peoria and Skelly Drive. The accident involved a truck pulling a trailer and a white car. A baby was in one of the vehicles involved in that fender bender. Fortunately, though, everyone is okay, including the child. Police were able to clear the scene within a few minutes. We're learning what was behind some loud explosion-like noises coming from the Air National Guard base today. We first heard the reports of explosions early this morning. 2 News stopped by the base located near 46th Street North and North 97th East Avenue. We're told the noises were part of a training drill. Then, several hours later, we went back to the base after hearing reports of an accidental stabbing. Staff on base told us that it was an isolated incident where someone accidentally stabbed themselves while cleaning a weapon. The injuries were non-life-threatening. We continue our coverage on a story with deep ties to both Green Country and the Kansas City Chiefs community. The superfan known as Chiefsaholic is back in the Tulsa County Jail. You might remember Xavier Babadar was once known for wearing a wolf costume to cheer on the Chiefs. Now, he was first arrested in 2022, accused of robbing a credit union in Bixby. After his initial arrest, FBI investigators linked him to a string of robberies across the Midwest, landing him in federal court. Then last fall, he was sentenced to 17.5 years in prison. Babadar was transported from a high-security prison in Colorado to face state charges here. Now, those include the Bixby robbery and tampering with his ankle monitor. Babadar is set to appear in Tulsa County Court on Monday. We'll continue to follow the story and bring you the very latest developments across all 2 News Oklahoma platforms. Senator James Lankford says the U.S. won't invade Greenland despite President-elect Trump's recent comments. Lankford appeared on Meet the Press this morning. He says President-elect Trump speaks very boldly on a lot of things, whether it be in real estate negotiations or with how he serves as president.
Quite frankly, the president's been very clear. He is the president that kept American troops out of war. He is not looking to be able to go start a war to go expand American troops, but he does want to be able to protect America's national security, and part of that's our economic security and our future.
Well, there may be snow outside, but it's never too early to think about hitting our area lakes, right? Coming up, we'll take you to the Oklahoma Boat Show. Plus, it seems like just about everything is costing more these days. Coming up next, we'll show you how to travel more affordably this year.
Your first forecast, sponsored by Burgraff Disaster Restoration.
Travel in 2025 is expected to be more expensive than last year due to airlines cutting routes and budget airlines struggling. But that doesn't mean you won't come across a cheap flight. Take Southwest, which recently offered one-way flights for as low as $49. Consumer reporter John Matarese has a look at how to travel more affordably this year so you don't waste your money.
Have you seen vacation prices this year? Well, instead of going to your usual vacation destination, 2025 may be a year to let the deals determine where you spend your hard-earned money. Michael Page says flying his family on vacation is more expensive than ever.
Snacks, drinks, all that stuff.
Michelle Brown says even taking her beloved poodle along is getting pricey.
Because I pay like $5 something, then I'm paying $300 for him.
The travel deal site Going predicts airfare will increase overall in 2025, but not for every destination. The site recently released its Where to Go list for the new year, recommending places like Sicily, Scandinavia, Fiji, and our neighbor to the north, Canada, where some round-trip tickets are less than $200.
Some destinations across the U.S., you're paying a lot more to even get to.
Going's Katie Nastro says less conventional destinations are becoming more accessible thanks to nonstop routes and growing demand.
People are looking for a little bit of differentiation, maybe not hitting Paris and London, but opting for Oslo and Copenhagen.
Your best shot at scoring a deal, Nastro says, is to think about spring and summer trips now.
The best time of year actually is to book in the opposite season.
Nastro suggests you set price alerts for airfare through Going, Google Flights, Skyscanner, Hopper, or other travel sites. And don't stop your search even after you've booked, as long as you've booked a main economy or above ticket.
Call your airline and get a travel credit for that difference in price.
Makina Parker is doing just that and will take her vacation based on the best price.
Because of the increased prices, I'm trying to see what my options are.
So you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.
And you can see those mesonet temperatures across the great state of Oklahoma right now, anywhere from the 30s, 40s to right around 50 degrees, especially off towards the south. Now across eastern Oklahoma today, those high temperatures range from the mid 40s and into the lower 50s. The warmest air mass was actually in Creek County, where we reached 52 degrees this afternoon. Take a look at those mesonet wind gusts. We actually have a dry cold front coming down from the northwest right now, which is kicking up the cloud cover and some of those gusty winds upwards of 25 miles per hour over the next several hours. 16 right now in Tulsa, 22 miles per hour up towards Copan and also in the 4-acre area. Then the winds will start to relax, especially after midnight tonight. Live right now on our Wade's RV weather camera network from the Tulsa International Airport, a picture-perfect sight there. 51 degrees was the official daytime high today. More 50s on the way for later this week. Thursday and Friday, 50s to right around 60 degrees on your latest 10-day forecast. Those north-northwesterly winds with the passage of that dry cold front sustained upwards of around 15 miles per hour. Up towards the north, we have lower 40s in Bartlesville and in Coffeyville, Kansas, 47 in Bristow, and mid-40s, 46 degrees down towards Stigler, Poto, and also in McAllister. You can see on the satellite picture over the past couple of hours that weak, dry cold front is coming down from the northwest. You can see some of that cloud cover being kicked up here across northeast Oklahoma. That will travel through over the next couple of hours, clearing out the skies over the next few hours. Clear skies in our forecast tonight across the area as that cloud cover continues to go away on future track radar in the cloud cover. Overnight tonight, nice and clear, but really dropping those temperatures. A colder morning for us on the backside of that weak, dry cold front. Sunshine rules the day for your Monday, not only for the morning, but also in the afternoon. Doesn't look like we'll see a cloud in sight coming up to start the brand new week. We're down to 21 degrees. North-northwesterly winds 10 to 15, gusting upwards of 25 over the next several hours. Then after midnight, I would say between about 5 and 15 miles per hour, so calming those winds overnight tonight with those lows down into the teens to the lower 20s. The average for this time of year is into the upper 20s. Tomorrow, 43 degrees, northerly winds, then southwesterly winds in the afternoon between about 5 and 15. High temperatures across the board here into the upper 30s and into the mid 40s also for your Monday afternoon. Here's your latest 10-day forecast. On Tuesday, we have 47, close to 50 degrees once again on Wednesday with bright sunny skies. Sunny skies for the lunch hour tomorrow, right at 36 degrees, so grab that jacket. And your extended forecast here on Thursday and Friday, upper 50s to right around 60 degrees. Strong Arctic cold front comes in by next weekend, really dropping those temperatures. Slight chance for snow over the weekend and early the following week and around MLK Day as well.
The Oklahoma Boat Expo took place in downtown Tulsa this weekend, and we got a chance to check out the show at the Cox Convention Center today. Dozens of retailers were there pitching the latest products to families and boating enthusiasts. We spoke with promoter Danny Myers, who told us there was a lot more than just boats to see.
We have some great exhibitors that have come in. Many of them are going to be supporting your lake life, your boat lives. A lot of them are going to be local businesses that are loved here in Tulsa. And some of them just offer pretty delicious food that you don't want to miss out on.
Today was the final day of the 3-day event. Organizers say the Oklahoma Boat Show will return next year.
Now, 2 News Oklahoma Sports.
The East Coast road trip continues for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are just underway in our nation's capital. One of the NBA's very best teams, that would be OKC, facing its very worst. That would be the 6-win Wizards. Thunder favored by 16.5. Highlights after the NFL playoffs right here on 2 News Oklahoma. And welcome into sports, everybody. A Sunday matinee for TU Hoops. Golden Hurricane hosting Charlotte in a game that was postponed by 1 day because of weather travel delays for the 49ers. TU with a chance to build on a midweek win over UTSA and pick up a second straight conference victory. Senior big man Jared Garcia getting to make his season debut after dealing with preseason injuries. Garcia was really good early on for the Golden Hurricane, going to work down low. And then he can also step outside and hit the three. 11 first-half points off the bench for Garcia, who finishes with those 11. Off the turnover now, it's Tyshawn Archie up ahead with the deuce. 11 for Archie, who was really good in that win at San Antonio on Tuesday. Later, it's